and blew her nose. "I'm going to transfer you to the ER," Dr. Hanks said, and Lark jolted. "No, please, Dr. Hanks, I'll get my shit together. I promise." Dr. Hanks leaned back in his chair and squinted at her. "We're about to admit a 39-year-old woman for stage 4 breast cancer, metastatic to liver and brain, for palliative chemo." He looked at Lark, waiting. Lark tried to hold her face still, felt her lips wobbling, and tried not to blink so the tears wouldn't fall. Didn't even breathe. Nodded in what she hoped was a clinical yet compassionate and professional manner. "I see." Her voice was tight, but not choked. "Well done, Lark." 3 kids. 10, 6, and 3. Found out she had cancer when she couldn't nurse the last baby. Oh, God, that's so unfair. So much for restraint, Lark thought as she shook with sobs. Her niece was 3. What if Imogene lost Addie? What if Lark lost Addie, her identical twin? Again, the sobbing, said Dr. Hanks. "I'll call the head of the emergency department and make this official. It'll be good for you. Fix them up and ship them out. No chance to get too attached." Wait, what if I, improve? She took a breath and tried to sound more convincing. "I was meant for this field, Dr. Hanks. You know my history. Give me a chance to prove myself." Dr. Hanks sighed in the "can we please end this conversation" way. "That won't rule it out. We can talk about it in a couple months. How's that? Take a couple days off, and best of luck." Lark's fellow residents hugged her, told her she had a good heart, was a great doctor, all that. It helped, a little. But everyone was aware she was leaving because she couldn't hack it. And hacking cancer was supposed to have been her life's purpose. The second she got outside of the hospital, she did what she always did in times of crisis. Called her twin. "What happened?" Addison asked before she said a word. This was typical for them, not always needing words to communicate. "I got kicked out of oncology and was transferred to the emergency department," she said. "Ouch. Demoted." Lark winced at the word, which was all too accurate. "Yeah. Not that emergency medicine was for stupid people, of course, but being an oncologist took years more training. You spent more time with patients, got to know them, helped them through the worst time of their lives, and hopefully cured them. Plus, the whole life's calling part. Her plan had been to work here on the Cape as an oncologist, admitting patients to Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston as needed, just 90 minutes away. She'd imagined being absolutely adored by her patients for her intelligence, her compassion and commitment, her, grace under pressure. Her eyes filled again. "You were crying too much, weren't you?" Addie asked. "Mm-hmm." Weeping had kind of always been her thing. Addie had gotten the tough genes when their egg had split 33 years ago. She'd had Imogene after 37 hours of back labor and not a single drop of painkiller. Lark knew this, and she'd been on one side of the bed, Addie's wife, Nicole, on the other. It had been one of the best days of her life. Lots of tears then, too, but all so happy. But if Addie had gotten the tough genes, Lark got the smart genes. Like their older sister Harlow, Lark had been valedictorian at Nauset Regional High School. She'd gone to Boston University, then Tufts for medical school, graduating in the top 2% of her class. "Well," Addison said, "this doesn't mean anything." Lark heard her sister clicking on a keyboard. "You can go back to oncology. I just checked." "My chances just threw themselves off a cliff, though." "Try not to overthink it, Lark B," she said, one of the few who used her full name. "The ER will toughen you up. You'll see all sorts of amputations and crushed limbs and gunshot wounds, right? More like drug overdoses and tick bites. Well, it doesn't matter. You're amazing. You're already an MD. This will all work out in the end." "Thanks, Addie." Lark smiled a little. Addie's confidence in her was always a boost. "Gotta go. Esme's bus is due any second." Esme was her older daughter, the bio baby of her wife. Same sperm donor, so the girls were half-sisters. "Send me a picture of the girls, okay? Love you." She ended the call, waited 5 seconds, and smiled as the picture came through. Addie always had fresh photos of the girls, being one of those moms who posted on Instagram and TikTok.